Hello and welcome to section 1.4, which is on measuring angles. First of all, we should remember from our previous knowledge that an angle is formed by two rays with the same endpoint. And I have an example drawn here for you. So I have angle BAC. On this angle right here, sides, so AB and AC are the sides of the angle. Something else that's important is that A is the vertex of the angle, where the two rays meet. And then one other thing about that is angles are named by the 3 points given, but they have to be in a certain way. The vertex has to be in the middle. Okay, so this one would be called angle BAC or angle CAB. Either way, as long as the vertex is in the middle, that's all you need. So now we have another rule here, the protractor postulate. And I'm going to need to draw a little picture here. Okay, so here I have a protractor with an angle drawn. We'll say that this dot here is A. Out here we'll call this D, and this will be C. So I have angle DAC or CAD, same thing. The protractor postulate says this. I'm going to type it out so it'll be quicker. So consider AC and a point D on one side, which is what I have drawn, on one side of AC. Okay, so AC is from the middle of the circle there where I drew it to the point C, and then this point D out there, I would be able to measure it. So here's the deal with this protractor postulate. It says that every ray formed by point A can be matched to a number on the protractor. And again, a lot of these postulates are pretty common sense. So what they're saying is, if I start right here at A, you go, when you measure on the protractor, you put the circle, the little opening on the point, on the vertex of an angle, which is A in this case. You put one of the rays down the line, and then you can measure out to any point here and measure the angle. That's what that postulate is saying. Then I have some examples of some angles here. An acute angle looks like this. It is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is here. It is greater than 90. A right angle is exactly 90. So if you think about it, there would be a square here showing that's a right angle. And then a straight angle is 180 degrees. It's just a straight line. Congruent angles. Congruent, again, we've talked about this before, but it just means it is an angle with angles that have the exact same measurement. Postulate 1.8 is the angle addition postulate. And so it says, if point B is in the interior of angle AOC, and so if I label this, let's put A here. And then we'll do this is O, B, and C. So if point B is in the interior, in the middle of angle AOC, then the measure of angle AOB plus the measure of BOC equals the measure of the whole thing. So what they're saying here is this angle right here plus this angle right here adds up to be the angle of this whole angle. Again, fairly straightforward. So on this one, it says angle DEF is a straight angle. What are the measures of angle DEC and CEF? So I need to add a little bit of information here, so let me pause. Okay, so there's my information that I need. I've labeled the angles, and I've given them some information. So from above, if you remember what I just said, this angle right here is a straight angle from D all the way through F. It's a straight line, so that has to add up to 180 degrees, and that's information that we need to figure out these. So 11x minus 12 plus 2x plus 10 has to equal 180 degrees. So if I go through and solve this, I should be able to figure out what those angles are then. 11x plus 2x is 13x. Minus 12 plus 10 is a minus 2, and that has to equal 180. All I'm doing there is combining like terms. Then I'm going to add 2 to get rid of it. Move it to the other side. 13x equals 182. The last step should be to divide by 13. 182 divided by 13 is 14. So my x is 14. And then I'm going to need to plug it back in. So 11 times 14 minus 12. 11 times 14 is 154. And then I'm going to subtract 12. So that's going to be 142 degrees for angle DEC. Then I need to do it again for the other one. So I need to go back up and remind myself what it was. 2x plus 10. So 2 times 14 plus 10. 2 times 14 is 28, plus the other 10 would be 38 degrees for angle CEF. And if I go ahead and check that, is 142 plus 38 180? It sure is. So hopefully we have done that correctly then. So bring that knowledge with you, and we'll talk about it more the next time I see you. Have a good night.